We saw the video. Go and watch the video. How can it be a location? You now open the room. You wanted to spy whether somebody was there. He didn't know there was a CCTV camera. Oh no, be camera. On shoot movie. Or the camera you came with, you left it in the car. And you started to leak. Ow! Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The problem I have is you trying to deny the reality whilst you're trying to seek for social media validation or pity. I don't think that. We should learn to respect our young girls. We should learn to respect our young children. You know, so for that simple reason. You know, so Baba Ijesa obviously wouldn't have mentioned my name because out of, I don't know whatever it is, but I'm sure he had a misconception about me because oh believe me, now you they do me, now you they do me. And like I said in the video, I'm not somebody that likes to drop names. I like to keep people private, but you know, for this, I might have to mention some names, you know. So Najashi Madu called me. We all know the Najashi Madu called me about a week before Baba Ijesa came out of jail and said that before then, I think months ago, he had tried to reach out me. He about actually help boy. And they tried to, you know, want to do a fundraising for him. And I said, yeah, that's fine. Me, to err is human, to forgive, you know, is divine. We are not God, and we can never play God in anybody's lives. You know, so Baba Ijesa now called, Najashi Madu now called, and you know, they tried to reach out to him. What does he want? What exactly it is? So I remember about a week before he came out, you know, destroy this person. No, you know, that anything share calling you, now she they try to help you and all of that, you know. And I remember in the course of that conversation when he said he was going to come out in a week, they needed to raise sort accommodation out and all of that, which was a good idea. But I told Baba Ijesa something. Money Baba Ijesa, money to ba jade, money adura elo gba ogun e o share. So that is what I said today, and all of you are still wondering that pe bawo ladura she ma gba to go on share. Listen, let me tell you something. No matter how scattered, how vast, how volatile, how interesting social media is, when they did NSPPDC or all these Christian programs, you see that people still face the reality of life, and that is God. Sherry, we must learn to understand that building a relationship with God is the most important thing in life. And when you have that concrete relationship with God, you know, you will grow and grow, and you will grow to a point where you can have deep conversations, you can have interactions, you receive revelations, and then you can do. A lot of people know me on TikTok. I used to do live prophecies now, but I stopped because I realized that if you're not what me, you're not what me. I'm not going to burn my energy on anybody anymore. You know? So I made that statement, and let me explain to you all. That's the reason, the main reason why I called for this. A lot of people, maybe we all pray. Prayer is always like our heart's desires, what we want God to do for us. You know, we make requests and all of that. Now, you can pray, God, I want to be rich. God bless me. I want to buy a house in Banana. I want to travel to America. God, I need this. I want to have a boy. I want to have a child. I want to get married. Those are prayer requests. And definitely, when you pray, we serve a living God. Do you understand? But if you look at yourself, maybe you want to build a house in Banana. Nobody has been rich in your family. We all pray those kind of, you know, luxury prayers. But in your family, they have a history of diabetes. In your family, they have a history of where maybe they die at the age of 40 or 50. The fact that you are rich, you have a house in Banana, does not separate you from the fact that you have an inherited issue. It doesn't stop you. At the age of 40, so you are now rich. You are the one living in Banana. You are driving Rolls Royce. But there is a curse in your family that this thing happens. So you see money buy iPhone. So there's a difference when your prayers are answered and your yokes are broken. So when you are praying, pray for your heart desires, but also pray. Gbogbo ogun tó ń jà mí ní kọ̀kọ̀. Àtogun tó ń jà mí lábẹ́lẹ̀. Ṣé ti rí báyìí? Iye yín ò ṣí. So when you see people intensify their prayers, there are some people that in their family, they have history of diabetes, high blood pressure. Those are health issues. They inherited them. And they have a history that need delay one man yawere. There are some people that has boys all through. And else has girls all through. So they don't have boy and girl. Auntie Edna had all boys all through. But my mom saw it that this is a family thing. And she prayed for that yoke. Adura Baba Ijesa gba. But if you look at the people coming out back and forth, right and left, Baba Ijesa did this one. One more pe ogun lo jabo boy, because togun banja iwo gan le ma mo. You might not even know. It will just be wobbly dobbly. Mental related issues is affected because anybody, you see, the other day we were talking about this sexual assault, molestation, and all of this, pedophiles and all that. And it's a mental health related issue. So when Baba Ijesa came out, they should have sent him to see a specialist. They would have sent him in for rehab. But coming out, no money, no house, no family, no children, he obviously wants to get back on track. But he would have taken accountability. I am sorry for what I did. There are sometimes that some of you have anger issues. You inherited it. In as much as you are working towards it, you also pray towards it. Me, I'm a deep CAC. And one thing, yes, seeing a therapist, thank you. And one thing that I believe in is lẹ́yìn àdúrà, wàá tún máa gbé ìgbésẹ̀, wàá máa gbàdúrà. You pray, you act. You pray, you move. You pray, you act. Now, let's talk about it was a setup. Let me tell you how I got involved. You see, like I said, I don't like to talk on social media because there are a lot of information that I keep as discreet. You see, this Baba Ijesa's issue, it was Yabo that called me very early in the morning. You see, I can take everything. But when I hear they want to cheat somebody concerning a minor, leave it. I'm moting law. Abiyamo igboku omo e ko ma tati were, ko ngbo ekun omo e ko ma tati were. And my principle has always been, one person gives birth to a child, all of us will owe these children the responsibility to protect them. So when the Yabo called me that morning, I was sleeping. I woke my husband up. Yabo ni tong 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 tong. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ fọwọ́ lágbára lójú. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ fọwọ́ lágbára lójú. Ọwọ́ lábá wo. Láti bo sí bo. Hey, move. And I told my husband, I said, I won't know. Mo lè má padà wálé o. I can come back home. I might not come back home. That this trouble that we want to go and fight, we might not win, and if anything happen, So when we're going, I remember Auntie Kemelu lawyer called us. She was like, "Oh, thank you. All of you should go. God be with you." It was when we now found out that it was government officials, female wives of governors, that was trying to get Baba Ijesa out of Panti. So if you all look at that video again, I have that video. If you go to YouTube, just Google Baba Ijesa Panti, you will see all of us where we're shouting and screaming. So I said, "Oh, yeah, let's be going to a police station." Then, no, they said, "Let's be going to a police." I said, "No. Who is involved?" Because me, I never knew Princess. I said, "Who is involved in this matter? Let us go and see the person first. I need to ask some sensitive questions." Now, when we got there, I met Princess for the first time. That was why you said when Princess was saying that, "Oh, mommy." I met Princess. We spoke to her. What is going on? What do we do? We saw all those videos. We said, Yaba was like, "Ejeka post." I said, "Let us wait." So I made a call because I was furious. I made a call to a senior police officer. Money, Monlo Panti. Money by the say, "Why anything to buy shell and Panti? Omo, wo, we are ready." So when we got to Panti, the officer now said he was going to call Fayuade. CP Fayuade was the officer in charge then. We got to Panti. Yabo, Larry, Apogon, Auntie Fumi, all of us, we went there. When we got there, they said they wouldn't allow anybody to go in, that I was the only one that was allowed to go in. Okay. When I got inside, I went into the CP's office and I knelt down. "Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir." I greeted him. I said, "Oga, we are here for Baba Ijesa." I was like, "Baba Ijesa." So apparently something had happened. So he now said, "Money, Oga, they come out for here. Now here all of us go buy today. All of us, Èmi àti ibi la ma para wa títẹ́ bá ti lè police Baba Jesha. I knew something was wrong, so the man called the IPO. Then the IPO came, one very fat woman like this. She was sure doing like this, but Baba Jesha. You know, so apparently, I think the woman went out and went to call Baba Jesha on the phone. So they had apparently released Baba Jesha. But we all went in full force. We women, we went. So I now told the Oga police, I said, Oga, open your window. Can you see? Number one, you allow me and my mammoth crowd. You allow us to enter station. Then number two, you will produce Baba Jesha. They produce Baba Jesha. And the man was like, so apparently we spent over an hour. Then Baba Jesha came. They now called me. All of us wanted to go to the counter. They said, hey, madam, you are the only one that can go, because they saw that we were furious. When we got to the police officer's office, Shayade, we knelt down, we played with him, we played the videos, we showed him, was like, so he now said we shouldn't worry. So when they brought him, they now said, madam, I should come. So all of us wanted to go. They said, no, it's only me that can go to the counter. When I got to the counter, the minute Baba Jesha saw me, said, now, why did Baba Jesha say that? This film, Tony Lawani, I think she shoots film every year. And then they invited me to that location. You know, once you are popular, everybody wants to partner with you, collabo, and, you know, I went there. So we were there. I was just standing, you know, I'm not an actress. So I was just, and I'm a very reserved person in reality. So I was just standing and looking. So there was this big tree. There, is it Lekki Conservative? There was this name they call it. It's like in Lekki, they always do this. There's one estate beside it. They always do events. It's like open place. There is swamp. There are trees. People go there to shoot. So I was there. I was standing by a vehicle. I saw the young man come. He came. He greeted me. Auntie, I received all his messages. And I said, we now got talking. He said, his wife has three twins, and then the wife South America. This is, it's not like conservation. It's another one. It's beside one estate like that. But no, this is not what I am seeing. My visions are always very clear. I said, but all you need to do is to go and reconcile with your God. He was trying to explain, listen, Lufasi Park, God bless you. Lufasi Park. You see this film, it was because of this scandal that Tony did not eventually release this movie. So that was how I told him. So we all went to the location, Mama Rainbow, Gugba, Wambe. We continued what we were doing. And that was the end of it. So a few months later, I have a shop in Okwebi. So I was going from Okwebi by Oregun. I had gotten to that Oregun junction. On the left, there is a traffic light. He's driving this Jeep, all this some kind of bogus funny. He was standing behind this place where they sell generator on Oregun Road. So I now saw him and now rolled down. The message came again. Baba Jesha, why do you need to call me? Go and reconcile with your God. And that was the end of it. That was the last. When Yabo called me, I didn't even know it was Baba Jesha they were talking about, because I don't know a lot of all these actors. So when Yabo called me, when we got there, I didn't tell Yabo nothing. I didn't tell Princess anything. When we got to police, I didn't tell them anything. Nothing whatsoever. I didn't mention anything to any one of them. Because they called me in the capacity of Tom. And the people behind it were the people of the corridors of power. You all know how active, how crazy I can go when it comes to children. That was why we got to that position. So when we got to the police station, when Baba Jesha saw me, was when he now reconnected everything. What Baba Jesha? Me obatisha woli wa. What pe mi ni? Our sister me no pe mi. We're always fighting for children. And ye jakiri. That was how Baba Jesha got into it. Fast forward. Baba Jesha said something in that video on Biola's YouTube. Only kon gbe ogun wa, kon gbe gbogbo. You see, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Kò sí ibi tí ìjì ò ti lè jàyàn. Kò dẹ̀ sí ibi tí àṣàsí ò ti lè ràn ẹ́. If you like, go and live in America. Tó bá ní ogun máa mú ẹ, ogun máa ràn ẹ́ mọ́bẹ̀. Ogun ò ní location. Asasi oni location. Tí ó bá bá afẹ́fẹ́ wá, á bá omi wá. Now, when we now got to the court, you know, Princess had left Nigeria. You know, the case went on and on. They had a whole lot of backlog. You see, you see, that CCTV camera thing, Sherry Elomi Magba Egule no mini alei. That CCTV camera thing, I think what happened was because they narrated the case of Otedola, I think they had the issue then and there was no proof. So apparently from what they told me, it was like the Princess had gone to report to the police. But they told Princess to go and bring evidence. So Nigerian police gave Princess the job of the police to go and do, instead of them to investigate. So you see how our country is messed up. So the police people gave Princess the investigation to go and do. And the only thing they could do was, when the girl narrated her ordeal as a minor, all they did was, okay, this is this. Let us bring him. Let us see whether he will do it. Now, if you look at the video very well, and anybody that has the video should play it. If you were called to a movie location, there is nobody that is denying that Princess set Baba Ijesa up so that they could gather the evidence or fact check what the young girl said. Baba Ijesa, in that video, you opened the door. When Princess told you she was coming, tell one CCTV camera, not in Losita, because they said they should be watching and let them see him in reality. When you were there, you were talking to the girl, and if you listen to the video, you hear where Baba Ijesa was asking the child, that why are you acting cold? Why are you doing this? Baba Ijesa stood up, went to open the door to be sure that there was nobody in one room, opened the door to be sure that there was nobody in the other room. Please, what does that mean? Now, when they said they called you to shoot a movie, you came with your camera according to what they said on social media. Why was your camera in the car? How can you get to a movie location and where it is? If anybody has the video, let them post it. There was no DOP. There was no light. Do you shoot Nigerian movies without light, without camera? There was no physical camera. There was no physical camera. What was there was CCTV camera, just for them to get fact. If our Nigerian police was working, if our Nigerian police was effective, why would you put a complainant to go and be doing the job of an investigator? You see how they traumatized people who come to complain in the police station. So that was the purpose of the camera. Princess was not patient enough. Because when they were watching, pre-Ara Obama, she couldn't take it anymore. If Princess had waited from the licking to the touching, Baba Ijesa would have gone further. But she couldn't take it. She enough. Because let me tell you something. We all feel we are all working moms, we are all working parents. At some point in time or the other, we all get busy that subconsciously we might not give our children the attention that they need. And that lady was already feeling like a failed mother. And then how do you want to tolerate if somebody is touching your child, fingering your child? So you people, you see, let me tell you what got me angry in all of Baba Ijesha's case. The caliber of people that were pushing for his bail, the caliber of people that pushed for his bail, they were first ladies. I don't want to mention the person's name. And they are still in government. So those of you on the comment section saying that one set Baba Ijesha, Ogwaye set you up. Eri jaye, eri Ogwaye, ewa mo koton pe ni idamu. If we have the functional government, now let me tell you, there is a lady, there is a guy, he's Showare's very close friend. He called me, and they said to him that they needed something from me. They said they know that governor has a soft spot for me. Governor bear me, governor respect me. That they wanted to do plea. Amnesty that since governor is going very soon, that they should pardon Baba Ijesha. I now asked a question. I said, there are people who have contributed. And I said, acting is a profession. There are doctors, there are lawyers, there are, teachers. What the question, I don't want to look stupid going further to ask for pardon for Baba Ijesa. The question is, what would I say Baba Ijesa has contributed to the society that warrants a state pardon? Plea bargain. I think it was even a pardon. I have the charts. They couldn't answer me. I said, so let us be realistic. Let us not attract sentiment. Somebody is a celebrity, somebody is an actor, somebody is a musician. It's not. They are in their line of duty. They are in their line of duty. Now, which movie in the whole world, there is no kind of movie that they will want to act and they will say that you must touch a minor in the movie. It's not possible. It's not possible. We have censor board. That movie will not even make the light of the day. What are you trying to put? Even in America, even in the UK. I mean, it's Epstein file we are talking about here. So, some of you act dumb. They don't need to tell you that you are dumb. They set him up. Yes, they put a CCTV camera there to gather evidence against him when they complained to the police. The Nigerian police failed. And this is something that happened to a child years ago. Trauma. Some of you are educated, but you are not exposed. What only ma shut up me ogun ọ̀run pa ẹlẹ́nu mọ́ o tún rí ṣe mọ́ o tún ráyé lò mọ́ o tún rí o rí ayé lò mọ́ bó ṣe wà yẹn. So please, let us understand that nobody has any personal issues with anybody, but we have to understand that we need to sanitize our society. We cannot continue to say the government is bad, and then we people want to whip sentiments. When they called me that Baba wanted to come out, I started to make phone calls. In the course of me making phone calls was when we added the billet to the call. That was when Folabi Eti Miri, Folabi, what am I seeing? My mumu button has shown up on this live. Oh, see my mumu button for how many years? You know? What was I saying? So, Ibile was on the phone. I have the record though. I have the record. But like I said, I am not here to bring anybody down. I had to record it because a prisoner was calling. Let it not seem like I have a direct contact with him. They added me to the call. So my lawyer said everything should be documented. Ibile all this, don't pile. He said it there. He said, Baba Ijesa pe nkan to ṣẹlẹ̀ ni o. Ó fẹ́ ìyá, ó fẹ́ ọmọ ní Dubai. Ó dà pé he lived it with him for 2 months. Yeah, I think that is the story of the twins. Whether they said the lady now ran away, was it to America or London, and then the lady kept on claiming that Omo ti kú, Omo oku, what shall done da alarm. But that was the day we heard that story. Now, Baba Ijesa, you said something in that video. Only kon gbe ogun jade, kon gbe afose. The day you came to court, ó ti gba wípé gbogbo ẹ̀ ló di mọ́ra wá, Aláàfáà wa, oníṣègùn wa, ológun wa, wọ́n ti kì ẹ́ láyà. But like I say, ogun tó bá máa jà á jà ẹ́, kò sí babaláwo tó lè wẹ ogun. Àánú ló lè bèrè fún. Now, immediately they sentenced Baba Ijesa, I stepped out of the court. There is a lady, she's still here. I'm sure she's still alive because she chatted me afterwards, begging for Baba, begging me. She now looked at me. Oh, let me, kì í ṣe kíní kan, ó mi lè mi o. Agbára kíní kan, alágbára kíní kan, Ògún Ṣàngó. Mo ní wo madam wa. Ẹ máa wo ojú díẹ̀ now. Tẹ́ bá lè ní nǹkan ẹ kí ń wo ojú ni. Ráwọn tó gbé wá látọ̀. Rí àwọn abínibí ni. Rí àwọn abínibí tó gbé wá báyìí ni. Èmi ni wọ́n fẹ́ máa dìgà ló fẹ́ máa galanta lé lórí. Èmi Adetoun. You know me as Adetoun, you don't know me. Oh, mo orúkọ tán fi bí mi. Then the lady calmed down. Ogun ni, tógun bá ń jàyàn, kò síbi tí ogun ò ti lè gbé àṣìṣe wá. You see some people, they will do some things and subconsciously, they will say, I don't know when I did it. Ogun ni. I wish him well. Everybody has to start. It is not us. Let me tell you, it is not us that gave Baba Ijesa another opportunity. It is God. Because if Princess had patiently waited, Itara Omu Princess, if Princess waited extra 5 or 10 minutes, Baba Ijesa would have gone further and they would have given him life imprisonment. Nothing, he can't escape it. But I'm sure that God just wanted to show him. Olorun kò fẹ́ fi ayé hàn ni. And I tell you, I told him, I think it was released 15th of December. Was it November or December? I can't remember. Mo sọ fún, mo ní ogun tó àdúrà ẹ ti gbà, ó máa kúrò lẹ́wọ̀n. Ogun ẹ ò ṣẹ. Because even the way he was talking. See, let me tell you something I tell people. Eledidi, when you have a relationship and an agreement with God, forget about anybody, what people say. Me, I am a clear victim. I have seen the way people bully me on social media, talk, but I just keep quiet. People call me Aboku Soro. It is not me. It is the way God created me. Momboku Soro, Shebi, when Mohbad issue happened, I wanted to help all of you. Shut up. Aboku Soro, they created content. Oroyan, imane wole. Eyan ku. O de nfara hàn káàkiri lọ́tùn lósì, looking for help. Ẹ pa lójú ayé ẹ tún pa lẹ́nu mọ́. Òun náà dé gbé mi. Ẹ mọ̀ ó ti padà di àdìtú. Ẹ lè rí díẹ̀. That is how you human beings are. That's all you people like. Ọlọ́run dá wa kan, ó dá wa yàtọ̀. A kò ṣe agbára lónìí. A kò ṣí lónìí. Ọlọ́run ní ká kàwé. Exposure. Remember when Oni called me the other year, how many years ago, that Kima Bonle FM. I'm a born again Christian. I gave my life to Christ years ago. But there are some things that are in me. And people bullied me. Mohbad, mo boy. Oh, what the hell is that? Solution. Nígbà tá mú solution wá. Ayé ìkànnì ẹ̀bùrú. You people are wicked. Listen, going to Biola's platform is not wrong. It's not wrong. Biola was not wrong. But when you say somebody is an ex-convict, and this has to do with child, you need to respect it. If Baba Jesha apologize, Emma binu sini e Saanu mi. We all understand. But you want to whitewash. You want to make somebody offer batten your konje lati fi gunke, because you will see the way he was talking about hate. One shemini, one liking you. Leave these people. There were so many people involved. So many people involved. So why are you just mentioning Princess and Yabo? You know, if he had gone to that platform and said, please, Nigerians, I sincerely apologize. I'm working on myself. I'm work in progress. Give me another opportunity. People will help you. Nigerians were naturally human. We pity people. But you are trying to deny the fact. The court of law. See, let me tell you people something. Hey, you will not see court. If you see the level of psychologists they brought, are you aware that the people that did the examination for that girl, they are not from Nigeria? Are you aware they went to bring them from their abroad? Are you all aware? Are you all aware that British government even got, international organization got involved in this case? But when they come to media and they try to push things to you people quickly believe, me, I was not fully involved while the court processes was going on. Because a whole lot happened. But the truth of the matter is, don't go back to see, I tell people that when you do something wrong, we all make mistakes in life. The very first thing to do is to forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, it gives you the grace to be able to come out stronger. But when you are weak, you want other people to feel weak with you. Because your issue was with the government, not with an individual. Child molestation is the state government that will take it up. It's the government. Every child belongs to the governor. DPPR and all of that. So you people, you realize that kawe iye yin o si ni lakaye you kan gbon. Illiteracy. Thank you. To be educated is not to be enlightened. Education and enlightenment are two different things. Education and exposure. Why is Baba Jesha not mentioning governor of the state? Why is he not mentioning Attorney General? Why is he not mentioning road driver? Why is he not mentioning the authorities? Why are you holding on to one single person? Even if Princess had not reported, another person would have reported. We report cases, we prosecute people, and we don't know them. So please, Ademaja, but when you people hear anything that has to do with our children, please, let us take sentiments away. If we don't sanitize our society, nobody will help us. But when they time share with the LP, APC, ADC, time party workiri. Apart from government, we are the people that are going to need governance. So, and they want be and shoribu, you hate Baba Jesha, you hate this one, you hate Bimpe, you hate Taye. Who can help? Can hate to help? Does hating anybody put food on the table? I said something a few days ago. If you were raised with survival, you would do anything for survival. If you were raised with love, you will do anything with love. You see, those of you who are there sitting down and commenting, you were raised with hate. So it is easy for you to hate on your fellow human beings. That is why when I see some people type gibberish messages, you are going through something. There's a frustration, there's a trauma, there's a sickness, there's a wickedness in you. And that is your expression. You cannot give what you don't have. So when you see people, there's a lady on my Instagram. You will see her, she will just come and comment rubbish, and all of a sudden today, my sister is dead. I'm trying to help my... So that is what is worrying you. And you people want to take people who are trying to help accountable. Do you know how many of us went to that police station that day? We didn't know the girl. I've not seen the girl in my life. I've never seen Princess in my life. Tibari boya mori lori screen. But just because we heard that a child. So you can call me tomorrow. You can run to me tomorrow. I've seen people who bully me on this social media. They will enter my DM. Just Adetoun, please. So ole pada koyin. Makoni. Ko senti ole kon. So all of you are here. You are shouting. We don't like Baba Jesha. What can Baba Jesha ever contribute to me? What? When did I do live video last? I'm sure it's over a year. I don't need money from live video. I don't need money from social media. Olorun ke mi ebi o pa mi. I'm content. If I decide not to put my mouth in Nigerian message again, there's nothing you people can do. But conscience, empathy, sympathy. It could be you tomorrow. It could be you typing that rubbish. Every that die in this country. Somebody said, don't princessy. I want Baba Jesha. So, are they not too adult? Am I going to tell Baba Jesha who he should deal with? Am I going to tell Princess and Toma Basun? So are you trying to tell me, baby Moshe, why is he? I'm married to Baba Shabi. So Baba Shabi should be sleeping with my children that I had before I met him. Is that what people are justifying? Are you opolopo yin ti pada baje? So because Baba Jesha and Princess are dating, because that day I was asking Princess, they said people are dating. So the fact that Baba Jesha and Princess are dating, they are cooking soup for each other, they are loving each other. What's my business with that one? So does that give Baba Jesha the audacity to touch the girl? Ta. Ẹ̀yin tí yẹ̀yin ò sí, ayé yín ti bàjẹ́. Why did I not confirm the age of the girl? As at when Baba Jesha did what he did to the child was a minor. Now, let me tell you something a lot of you women don't understand. You are women, but you don't know your rights. It is the right of anybody, any woman, to talk when she wants to talk. If that girl is 40 years today, and this is when she has the energy, the strength, and the support to talk about what happened to her when she was 5 years old, nothing anybody can do. Somebody sent me a DM early this year and said that a sitting governor raped her when they were in secondary school or university. And the person is a sitting governor today. Now, you people now stupidly ask, why are you just talking? She has a right to talk whenever she wants to write. You people should go and read what the international law about women says. And that is why there are some things you don't see me stupidly come and talk about on social media. Person go do BBL, you they abuse them. It's a right. You have a right to decide how many children you want to have. You have a right how you want your body to look. You have a right about the decisions you take about yourself. It's your right. Bill Cosby, thank you. R. Kelly, thank you. So you are asking me. Now, Yomi Fabi has always been saying this thing. One person is not the only person that did this to the girl. It's not only Baba Ijesa that did this to the girl. But the question is, who started it with the girl? Is every other person with consent or without consent? If the girl gave Baba Ijesa consent, Baba Ijesa's charges will be different. Yeah, abroad, in the UK, America, you see them. You see people going to toast 13 years, 15 years old girls. Even if the girl said, yes, I want to date you, maybe because of what they want to get, do you believe that the law will still hold them accountable? They will still arrest them because you have to understand that there is age limit. When my son was in secondary school, at 17, no, Kenzie was 16, I always beg him, don't toast any 15-year-old girl, no. Don't toast any 15-year-old girl. Though they are supposed to be age group because there's something they call age group. As I told my son, Matthew, bother, don't even toast, don't even talk. One day, a girl sent me a message like 2 years ago. Is that Kenzie's mom? Oh yeah, this is Kenzie's mom. Can I talk to you for a minute? I first asked the girl, I said, please, where did you even get my number from? I took you off Kenzie's phone. Kenzie ain't giving me attention. Kenzie ain't talking to me. I try to get his attention, he's not talking to me. I like Kenzie. He's a handsome, tall dude. But yeah. The girl now told me that if Kenzie does not answer him, she's going to put Kenzie in trouble. £32,000 over school fees around mommy lawyer. I just tricked my son. I said, you're coming to Nigeria for summer. He be told mommy bad the summer. He be no IGCSE, Cambridge in Nigeria. I quickly hired private tutor to be teaching my son. I put him, I was paying £32,000 2 years ago. I not even bother for my son to go to school again. My son wrote his exam in Nigeria, then went back to the UK. I don't want to wahala. Tori to ba je ogun ni Olorun ma ti e je nko wo. My pastor that day will say, "Iyere o si, ki iyere ba ko si o ti mo pe ogun mi bo." So please, I beg of you people, if you want to help Baba Ijesa, help him. But no matter what, take accountability. We are all adults. We are not perfect, but take accountability. Please. Take account. I'm sorry for what I did. Igba money. Èmi tí mo sọ fún ẹ pé kó lọ gba àdúrà kó gun ẹ lè ṣe. So you can wait to post on social media and new people. And if anybody goes to report again, he's going back to that prison. It wasn't only that girl that came out. A lot of people, look at people that are coming out now. Because it is a canker worm. I tell people that silence is golden. Sometimes you don't talk. If there's anybody that has been most bullied on this social media, it's me. But you see that I don't talk. I just keep quiet. Not because I don't have what to say. When they were dragging my husband, dragging me, dragging everything, I had so much to say. Sometimes you keep quiet out of respect. That was why I did the testimony. I had to go and pick a master's degree. I started to do the master's degree just to keep myself busy. Shebi, he did a song. Only Obate Tima Jelobe. And podcast, the way they would twist podcast, they would twist podcast just to gain views, click and bait. It happened to me. Shebi, I went to choose this podcast. Till they tell me that I was sleeping with my father. I said the room where they kept my father, we always go there, we spend time. Then somebody, and then the media. And you people know the media. When you don't like somebody or you like somebody, some people say this person can never go wrong in my house. And some people, Olorun buruku ko tomato gbeyan sin ile e. O ti sọ fẹ́ mi ṣe pa boku sọ̀rọ̀. So bu mi ni. O le fe bu ara bu mi. Ọlọ́run ló dá mi lábòkú sọ̀rọ̀ tó fẹ́ fi bú mi ni. Ó lè fi bú mi. Ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ help yín ṣe dẹ̀ wá gbà. Ṣé bí ẹ gbà. Ẹ̀ta ló wá ń jìyà ẹ̀sìn. Simple. How many years ago there was no Obi, there was no Atiku. That is the power of prayer and relationship with God. I'm not a pastor. Woli lemi. I was praying. God said, "Pade mi lórí Èkó Ẹ̀fọ̀n." And God said, Asiwaju was going to be president. Even me, when receive prophecy, I they argue with myself. Asiwaju ke? Eh? But ọ̀rọ̀ Olúwa kò ní lọ láìṣẹ. We will always be human. Ènìyàn ti ṣe bí ènìyàn, ìwọ ṣá ṣe bí Ọlọ́run. How it wants to happen. Bomi ṣe wọnú àgbọn kò yé anybody. Whether okay, somebody say he stole the mandate. Olúwa ti kọ bẹ̀. Bóyá ó fẹ́ jí, bóyá ó fẹ́ gbé ni, ta ló mọ̀. Àwa ìtọ́lọ́run gan bá sọ̀rọ̀. Do we look like saints? Are we saints? Are they not pastors that they call themselves saints? I have been on the mountain before. And a guy, a small girl came to meet me. She was purely a mad girl. Gbogbo aṣọ etata fún mi lọ́wọ́. Mo fẹ́ ra aṣọ. I was looking at her. Iye mi tètè ṣí. Iye mi tètè ṣí. You know, and I looked at her, I sized her up. I quickly took, I think it was 500 naira I gave. I said, 500. 500 ló fẹ́ fún mi. Ìwọ tí mọ́tò ń dúró lè lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó fẹ́ fún ní Jeep. 500 ló wá fún mi. Omo, that was how I gave 1,000. We left. The girl went. We went to where we wanted to go and eat. Left one alaye. There is a woman that sells pounded and we went there where we wanted to go and eat. We got there, we saw this lady again. Eh? Omo were. Then she now entered, said she wanted to eat with us. Once we sat down, we ordered for pounded and wanted to break our fast. She said, "Aya confirm me no lonje." Gbogbo irun ẹ bí wèrè ni. The minute we wanted to say, "Oh yeah, funiyan," they brought the food. She looked at me. Wọ́n rán mi ní ṣe oúnjẹ jíjẹ nbi. She got up. I gave her money again. Said, "Mo fẹ́ lọ ra slippers." And that was how the girl disappeared. The girl kept on saying that me that they want to give motto. I got home 2 days later, and truly, a car was waiting for me, a Range Rover. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ọlọ́gbọ́n bá sọ, ẹnu aṣiwèrè láti máa bá. So, and today, that movie was never released. Toyin did not release the movie. But Ashagi never posted that content. Only God knows if this was just what wanted to happen. When Iyabo called me, if I didn't follow them, I'm not a street fighter. I'm a proper educated person. That video, everybody in my family, the first person that called was Baba Shibomi Balogun. That called my brother. My brother Timmy said, "Oti wo gboro lo, oti lo jao." I cannot stand you know, maltreating children. You can abuse me, you can maltreat me. I don't care. I'm an adult. But when I see people who cannot speak, it's tough. So nobody hates anybody. You hate yourself. And by now, Baba Ijesa should realize that I want you to won't hate any. Because the truth is difficult for people to accept. Somebody was arrested. Somebody was in fact, that day at the police station, when they said it's a bailable offense wanted, that was when I started shouting, make una hold down. You people should hold it there. Where you ponta, am to be me wasita. Because we saw the video. Go and watch the video. How can it be a location? You now open the room. You wanted to spy whether somebody was there. He didn't know there was a CCTV camera. Oh no, be camera ewa shoot movie. Or the camera you came with, you left it in the car and you started to leak. Ow! Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So if that was a movie and they are selling that movie, so tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ wọ́n ṣe movie yẹn síta tákàtì ẹ̀ wá gbọ́ pé wọ́n parọ́ wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe movie, so ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú kan máa rárú movie yẹn, ayé yìí ti bàjẹ́. Ayé yìí ti bàjẹ́. That nobody will produce such a movie because there is no storyline. Even if there is a storyline, the law will not accept for such a movie to be published. So look at how stupid some of you are. Displaying your stupidity in the name of defending somebody. You are not defending dignity. You are not defending humanity. You are not defending justice. You are not defending conscience and posterity. See, I cannot show you people. If you see the videos that we see on a daily basis of sexual molestation, I said it on Sunday, I said I'm not mentally okay. Because people are going through worse situations. And we are trying to help them. And some of you there, some of you idiots here, you are making it about your personal self and a personal person. A whole first lady calling for the release of a child molester. Because I didn't put the name of the first lady out there. People want me to mention the person. Like the content. We are talking about this thing. Some people are asking stupid questions. You always personalize. You always glorify human beings. Sorry, excuse me, please. And like glorify individuals. You people like to celebrate non-entities. Bastards. You people are called enablers. Enablers. We live in a society with enablers. Go to any court. The evidences are there. Some of you cannot go to court and ask for paperwork. Go to court. Somebody said something. I heard Baba Ijesa say that when the court saw what she posted, there is no court of law that will come to social media to pick any evidence upon everything people were posting about Mohbad on social media. Did he go to court? Did he get to court? Did he ever get to court? The court will never come to social media to pick anything because they need certified true copies. Documents, not content. The law does not work with content. The law works with certified true copies. Even if the chief judge is seeing everything people are saying on social media, let me tell you something. They will not. Now, let me give you a good example. During COVID, Clark Kids, I think Jamisi, Memona, thank you. During COVID, there was this video, of a woman that used our COVID palliative, Indomie. Ogbara, that used Indomie to do birthday. Indomie that was meant for palliative. The woman used it and branded her name and used it to do her birthday. And she was sharing it. That video surfaced on social media. Everybody was screaming, shouting, bullying her, cursing her. Olorun, her politician only. Nobody made a single complaint. Honorable Mojisola Oriyepe, House of Assembly, House of Rep, thank you. Some people are very intelligent. I like the kind of people I'm talking to. Now, we were doing International Women's Day. Ogbara, I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. COVID is 6 years now. We now went to Alausa. Somebody was now tapping me. My woman, let me shock you. It was the speaker. It was speaker that was at that. The minute Desmond Elliot was there, me, I have receipts. That day, she was shifting a lorry Desmond pe made lutie kasibi. Only until I cool down. Now, why did they not remove that woman? Nobody complained. There was no single letter. And they now said that, despite the fact that they saw it on social media, they cannot take it in against the woman because if they act on social media, tomorrow, our constituency people can say that they suspended their House of Rep just because they want to do Wuruje and then they are not duly represented. That it is our constituency members that were supposed to write a petition against her and they would have investigated the matter and they would have been able to suspend her. You see why you people continue to make stupid content. Same thing when they appointed, what do you call it? All these ambassadors. We were all on social media. shouting. And I told them, all these younger people, because my husband had 3 multiple surgeries last year. That was why I had to stay away. 3 major surgeries. From October till December. So when I saw it, I said we should write a petition and send it to the Senate. Once the Senate receives a letter, what do you call it? This guy that is defending Asiwaju, that called Asiwaju a baron. What's this guy's name? This guy that's always wearing Kampala and Ankara and Ashoke. That we were abusing. What's this guy's name? They say, until okay, we have heard, we will write it. I thought they had written that letter. You see that when Senate came out, what did Senate tell people? Senate said, nobody wrote a letter. But all of you were on social media, creating content with our problems. So, that is why I tell you people that you people will continue to eat your problems. And the people that decide our lives for us, they are there on the streets. Shebi, election has come now. We have started shouting, PDP, APC, LUP, ADC. The wave is heat, the heat is wave. City boy. Hey, oh yeah, Ejoko. The people that will determine our lives, they are there on the streets. And we will be creating content. And at the end of the day, the consequences of their action, we are the ones that will suffer it. I don't do content here. I'm not a content. I don't know. You know, so please, everybody deserves a second chance in life. Baba Ijesa deserves a second chance in life. But take accountability. Take accountability. You do something, I'm sorry. Edari Jimmy. Oh, thank you, Jere. Edari Jimmy Moti Shell. Edari Jimmy. Wọ́n fún ẹ lówó. Kò síṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe, kò ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù, kò nílé, kò ní kankan. Kò sáṣọ, kò sẹ́bí, kò sọ́mọ, kò síyàwó. Kò sẹ́bí, kò sára. Ṣebí his family members who said, ó ṣe irú ẹ̀ fáwọn náà. Ó bá ọmọ, ó bá àbúrò wọn sùn. Bóyá ọmọ àbúrò ẹ̀ náà pé àbọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀, wọ́n ló bá yẹn náà sùn. So kò sẹ́nibody fún, so tó bá jáde pé ká ràn òun lọ́wọ́. Ṣebí mi tí mo sọ̀rọ̀, I can play the voice recording. Pẹ̀lú Naija ṣì máa dùn, abú ẹbẹ̀ gbogbo wa. Ṣebí ilé ló fẹ́ jà fún kó tó jáde lẹ́wọ̀n. I'm not God. Nígbà EndSARS, bí Sanwó-Olú ṣe ṣe wá tó, àwa kọ́ lọ lọ́hùn now. Sometimes you leave people if you want to down, but don't disrespect the dignity of a girl child. That was the main reason why I said, Biola, you can bring somebody on your podcast, Oprah Winfrey, all of them. Go to America, then plenty there. I'm found an opportunity to sorrow anyone now. I am a love them, sorrow anyone, so one. But Emma Bino in Nigerians, Eshemio. Now, let me shock you. I said something in that video. You see, I know so much. You see, 99.9% of everything going on social media, they will always pass my table. Either people will come for spiritual support, auntie, pray for me, do this. Emi o te rai gbogbo yan mo. Nítorí echele ma rò pé bóyá èyàn fẹ́ fi prophecy ma jẹun ni, èmi ò te ráyè. They will come to me, auntie, ẹ bá gbàdúrà sí kíní, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, kí ló ṣe báyìí, kí ló ṣe báyìí. Some people will call me as àgbàlagbà pé auntie, I first seek advice. Ebi wọ́n gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Àgbàlá Gabriel wá bá mi. Mo ní recording Àgbàlá Gabriel mi báyìí now. Mo sọ nǹkan fún. Mo ní Àgbàlá Gabriel. Ó kú ẹ, mo ní ṣọmọ mi, ó lóhun ọmọ mi. Mo send video. Ó láǹtí ẹ̀yin ni. Wọ́n ní kò kí n gbọ́nà anybody lẹ́nu, kò respect anybody. Àgbàlá Gabriel ò ní respect. Àgbàlá Gabriel ò kí n dé anybody lóhun, ó máa ń ṣe bí Ọlọ́run ni. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún, mo ní wò wá, CAC ni ẹ́, CAC ni mí. Orí òkè tí gbogbo ìlọ forí dá yẹn, àwa gan pẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Elédìdí lájọ rọ̀ mọ́. Wọ́n ń bẹ́ mi dán mẹ́wàá wò. Mo ní ti bá bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ, tó bá gbọ́, wàá kọ ní títì ẹ̀ wájú. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Àgbàlá Gabriel náà sọ fún mi báyìí. Mo dẹ̀ pé Àgbàlá Gabriel. Ọmọ tán ló bímọ fún yìí, mo bá sọ̀rọ̀. Mommy àwọn twins ló wá fẹjọ́ yẹn sùn mí. Go and verify from her. Àwọn twins orí Instagram. Yabeji in Ibadan. We paid for the girl to come to Lagos. A pé jókòó báyìí, a bá Àgbàlá Gabriel sọ̀rọ̀. Although he never proved himself that he was right, he took accountability. When there's some money on the mouth borrow, he let me on the mouth watch social media, he was sound to them, you like it to. Money bought to ba bare shoto, wa ba oto. To ba de bare shoto, wa bare ni díẹ̀ sí. Wọ́n ní mi nǹkan tí bá sọ bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. I might say it like a joke, but bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Ṣé kò padà bare ń díẹ̀. Ó agree pé ó máa gbálé fún, ó agree pé ó máa ṣe gbádé ó máa ṣàwo. Ọmọ yẹn ló kọ disappear. Wọ́n lọmọ yẹn fọ abọ́ nbì kan. Nobody, if I like content, Mati jáde social media, Mati was so, not so they look. And why did I keep quiet? He took accountability. He didn't deny the pregnancy, neither did he deny the girl. And other fulowo awala koson pe ye ton fún ọmọ yo to big man ni e mọ́tò mẹ́ta oníyàwó nle o ṣe. Mo de gbàdúrà fún Àgbàlá Gabriel. Èmi Ìṣọ̀lọ́hun. Èmi Ìṣọ̀lọ́hun. Mo de ma lọ wá ko ni ti en wa nígbà tọ́rọ̀ náà de padà jáde sórí social media. Few people did not see me. I know on camera, no on lights. We all have our own issues. Nobody nobody is a saint. Ona ma jẹ́ kó gun ayé jà wá. Mo sọ fún Àgbàlá, mo lógun ayé ló ń jà ẹ́. Torí tó bá ń ṣe ogun ayé ló jà ẹ́, o lè ra àánú gbà kó rógo lò. Ta ló sọ fún pa pastor gan orí ogun. Wọ́n rí. Kọ́lọ́run jẹ́ kó ṣẹ́ ni. I know too much. When Mbati Bomiji ojú mi kú, before Bomiji ojú mi tó kú ngba tó pè mí, mo sọ fún kí ló ń porúkọ ẹ̀. Kí ló rúkọ brother mi yìí sìn. He's always on Instagram. He was one and the other musician. They were the ones talking about it. This guy is my very good brother. How can I forget his name? Oman Konibi Obìnrin báyìí. Somebody should remind me. He was one that started pushing Omiji Oju forward. Alayo and the other. Lanre Adewile ṣe. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn. Mo ní Lanre, ntí mo rí yìí. Bye ní kẹ́ ṣe tẹ́ bá ti ṣe ó máa padà kú. Because èmi fúnra mi ti sọ fún Bùnmi almost 3 years ago. Orí òkè Ọbádáre ni mo wà. Òru ni mo pè Bùnmi. The call log is still on my phone. Nǹkan bye ni o. Má jẹ́ kí lágbájá ṣe báyìí fún ẹ o. Má jẹ́ kí nǹkan báyìí ṣe ẹ́ o. When Alayo called me, àti Lanre Adewile ṣe, mommy, I need the help yín. Kàn bá wa post sórí page. Mo ní ẹ wá kò sí iye owó tán fẹ́ kó lẹ̀. Ẹ gbé Bùnmi lọ́dọ̀ kí ló ń porúkọ ẹ̀. Orí òkè. Ibi báyìí ni kẹ́ gbé lọ. Òkúta báyìí ni kẹ́ lọ fi ṣàdúrà fún bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ lọ sórí òkè. I told Alayo, I told Lanre Adewile ṣe. Mo lè máa gbé lọ́dọ̀ Ọbádáre. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún ọmọ ló máa mo ní tẹ́ bá ti ṣe ó máa padà kú. Torí mi fúnra mi ti sọ fún Bùnmi 3 years ago. Me, I'm close to a lot of all these gospel artists, all these pastors, we are like this. But I don't come to social media. Mi wá rojo ẹlẹ́jọ́, ẹ kọ̀kan mi. Bùnmi, ọmọ mi gidi ni, sister mi ni. She respects me so much, she loves me. This song that she's always singing everywhere. Baby day for me, oh. I'm the owner of the song. Even when my band people started to fight her, I said them leave the song for her. Ẹ filẹ̀ fún orí pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi. Iṣẹ́ activism mi ò jẹ́ kí n ráyè gospel. You have not answered my question. Iṣẹ́ activism òun ni ò jẹ́ kí n ráyè gospel. I told them mo ní ẹ filẹ̀. Mo yọ̀ǹda orin yẹn fún. Myself and my manager, they even agreed to do. I said ẹ filẹ̀ orí pọ̀. Mélòó lórin. Táwa bá gbé gospel sórí gbogbo ọmọ kó gbà wọlé ni. I'm not gloating. God has blessed me in different capacities. Mo ra àánú gbà ó pọ̀. Go ahead, ask your question. And there's nothing that I do that I don't do excellently well. If it is prayer, I pray excellently well. If it is fight, activism, I fight excellently well. If it is comedy, I will make you laugh excellently well. If it is food, I cook excellently well. If it is babyology, I know my profession excellently well. Ọlọ́run dá mi lọ́tọ̀. Only you tell me, oh yeah, Oriri. Ọlọ́run ló dá mi bẹ́ẹ̀. But àwọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣì agbára lò. Ṣùgbọ́n tá bá bá yín sọ, tẹ́ bá gbọ́, Beshe mama bayini yen. There's nothing happening on this social media that I don't know. There's no case that does not pass in front of me. But you never see me come out and talk. Because all this, on the buy. Eh? Miraye. Ah. Miraye. Baba Ijesa ara anu gba. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣàánú fún Baba Ijesa. Àfi kóhun fún rẹ̀ lọ bá lọ́hun sọ̀rọ̀. I'm saying it. When my mother will show what happened, kí ni mo sọ? Mo ní o lè gé èèyàn. O lè padà gé èèyàn láyé yìí. Àfi tó bá ṣe báyìí. The day we saw, he apologized. Ó dẹ̀ ti tán. Ó ti reconcile pẹ̀lú ara ẹ̀ àtọlọ́hun. Me, if I say it, I say it. And that is why, part of the reasons why I try to be reserved. Because my mouth is fierce. And that's why people see the way when I want to drag government. She said, I know they look anybody face, I know they fear. Kò sí kankan anybody lè fi mí ṣe. Kò sí. Wọ́n ní kí ló gbójúlé. Mo gbójúlé lédìdí. Àpáta ayérayé ni ibi ìsádi. Èmi mo Ọlọ́run, mo orúkọ. I'm not somebody who runs to God just for when I need something. They are calling him arógun gbógun mi, arógun má sá, arógun má tẹ́. Adarí ogun fúnra rẹ̀, ìjì tí ń jà tẹ́nìkan ò lè gbá mú. So when I want to do things, I do it authoritatively. I talk authoritatively. Because I'm standing on the totality of the word of God. Baba Ijesa, tó bá wà níbí tó bá ń gbọ́, lọ tọrọ àánú o, kó lè ráyé lò, káyé má bàa lò ẹ́. Lọ tọrọ àánú kó lè rí ayé lò, káyé má bàa lò ẹ́. Because he doesn't have any source of livelihood. No work, no shop, no business, no office. Ẹ̀yin nìkan, you his fans, is all that he has. You, his fans, is all that he has. I gotta go. Nice talking to every one of you. I just started to do live because I don't want to be going back and forth. I just wanted to clear it. These things are, if when the issue was happening, we're always coming out, talking, it would be like we are creating content. We have to allow the court to do their due diligence. Once a case is in court, allow the judicial system to do what they need to do. If you want to hear full details about this case, go to court. You will see the investigations. You will see technicalities. You will see psychologists that were brought. You will see the techniques they used to interview rape victims. If you see the way they interview victims and the way they interview these innocent children, you will be shocked. There are a lot of mechanisms. It's not by, I will give you bread. I will give you biscuits. Yes, I attended the Kenya Community High School.